On March 3rd, a letter issued by the Office of the President constructively and without legal justification retired Mr. Domelevo as Auditor General on grounds that he had attained the age of retirement based on his alleged date of birth being June 1, 1960. Now, it is important to note that the Audit Service Board has no authority under the laws of Ghana to determine the accuracy of Mr. Domelevo's date of birth. In addition, given the series of confrontations and the Audit Service Board, particularly its chairman, Professor Diadman, had with Mr. Domelevo, it was only fair and consistent with the rules of natural justice for the matter to have been referred to the appropriate state agency or authority for its determination. I mean, think about it. In any of your institutions, if one day your employer calls you and says, you have 2 dates on your records, we want to be sure which one, because we need to be clear that one is authentic and one is wrong. And you say, no, this is my date of birth, and I have evidence, to prove it, to support it. And your HR says, no, we have decided that we are going to give you this date of birth, even though you are saying that this is your date of birth. Almost like it's a straight liability. As soon as you put your date of birth there, you can't take it back. It's ridiculous. And the danger about these things is that it sets precedents. And we have to be careful about these things. So it's the manner in which this was handled was, completely inappropriate. So based on the actions that have been taken, should the state believe that Mr. Domelevo was born on 1st June 1960 because the Audit Service Board chair has decided that this is the date that he prefers? Is that how dates of birth are determined in this country? The hurriedly orchestrated queries and decisions taken by the Audit Service Board, acting in concert with the Office of the President, and the President's unilateral decision to forcibly retire Mr. Domelevo on the same day he returned to post from an equally false accumulated leave confirms our belief that Mr. Domelevo has been unfairly targeted. The coalition notes with regret that the Supreme Court is yet to determine 2 suits relating to the constitutionality of the Auditor General's false accumulated leave by the President, which was filed by Professor Kwaku Asare and 9 CSOs in July and October 2020, respectively. In part, this delay in hearing these time-sensitive cases have rendered some of the issues raised before the court moot and has allowed a grave breach of the Constitution to fester, at least in our estimation. So let me conclude. These 2 suits pending before the Supreme Court go beyond the Auditor General, Domelevo, and the President's action. The suits border on the broader issue of whether or not a president could exercise administrative authority over independent constitutional bodies. Therefore, it is important for the Supreme Court to deal with these suits expeditiously to prevent any such action by a future president. In the interest of promoting good governance, constitutionalism, and public accountability, we do call on the Supreme Court to deal with these suits as soon as practicable.